Sorry about that.
You're fine. Yeah. Do you want to kind of like change this meeting to the Miami email so that you're not like log out after 40 minutes?
Is that what it, like, if I use, because this is Miami OH, or sorry, MEBC at miamioh.edu, I would figure that it should work.
I'm not sure.
If it's not, I have a little bit of funding for the club that I can just throw into this. So I'm definitely gonna buy Friday's meeting. Haven't figured out. Maybe not by Thursday. But, so yeah, you just pretty much are running it in the terminal, seeing what your code looks like on the web browser, and rinsing, washing, and repeating. And then I guess one other thing I can demonstrate real quick. If you give me a second to put this back on. All right, whatever. Share screen. Okay. So the last thing that you might want to know how to do is git checkout dash b my branch git add dot m first git push set upstream origin my branch. So what I just did was I opened up a new branch, and this is what you're gonna have to do every single time you develop a new thing. And this is something I'll show off. I won't do it at Netlify because you guys have already seen this, but I will do it again at the backend meeting. At least Lynn will probably see that. So once we've done that, not only can we go to the code, we can see my branch. Now, let's say I want to actually put that new branch in master. I'm confident that the code is done. Prepare pull request. And if it doesn't automatically select it, you can go to compare and you can just go find whatever branch you're trying to use. Create pull request. And we went over this a little bit in that first meeting from here, but yeah, you just you wait for this to go through. It's going to it's going to pass this, I think, because we fixed that issue with source, with the link. But then it just goes through, proves everything. There's no branch protection, so you can technically merge right now. Again, merge protection as well. I actually did get that purchased. I'm just waiting to meet with Peter on like Saturday. So that's pretty much the flow for submitting a change. And then if there are any issues, generally I like to detail the issues here. You can go through, check the files. Obviously, you can download it and run it too. Make sure that it does what it's supposed to do. But you can peek all the different changes. It'll run a git diff, so you can see the differences. It's saying here that these two lines were removed. So you can explicitly be like, why did this happen if you needed to. It also shows that certain things were deleted. So, but yeah. And then you can just check the commit by each time. But that's kind of the whole stack for that as well.
Okay. So, do you have this recorded, by the way, just so I can look back on how to submit the
Yeah, I'll put branch. It on YouTube right after this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it looks like the other one's just finished rendering, so I can upload it pretty much now. Any other questions?
Oh, yeah, I was also wondering, would you just be able to go over real quick again what exactly I'll be working on? So I have to edit one of the markdown files, correct?
That's just kicking me out. Yeah, so you're doing front end and smart contract engineering, right?
Yeah.
That's what we landed on. So what I picture actually for you, what you might do is you'll probably, for the front end, be working on this part right here, which is the template for this part, like what renders here.
Okay. Yeah. Are you showing something right now, or?
I'm trying to. I thought it refreshed. God, I really hate Zoom. So there's two components to it. This is what the blog looks like on this end when we're in the preview. Like we can change this. It shows up. There's two components. First, we want to make this look pretty. Second, we want to make this look exactly like this. How this happens is a little bit weird, but I will show you exactly how that goes, like how to register it with CMS and get it to show up here. That part is not something you'll be like left to just completely do yourself. But you know, like actually designing this might be a little more autonomous. Essentially, you know, it's just getting it set up in a relatively pretty looking format. So, you know, like maybe you take this and push it over here. Maybe you take the image, you put it on top right, just play around with it and try to make it look nice. Essentially, is the goal.
Okay.
And that's again, that's on the front end part. So, like Ian and I had started actually working on the ENS domain recently. So, like, once we get a little progress with this, the next thing you would jump into is probably writing tests on the Bounty smart contract. Because again, we're trying to, you know, bounce around between front end and back end on your end. And then just to address what you might be thinking as well, Lynn, there are some changes we need to make to the front end. Again, I think that we did what we started with this. So once, let's see, leadership's done, affiliation's done, blog's done, events are pretty ugly still. So I think it might just be events. After that, once we've got Netlify hooked up for all that, what we're going to do is we're going to set up app.nvdc.io. We'll add like a way to get to it quickly from here. But you'll see a lot of websites, they have their landing page and then they have their app page. And then from there, what we're gonna start doing is taking the actual endpoints of the smart contracts, just like we have a lot of this done in the mobile app. And actually I can, because we haven't, I think Peter actually might have gotten some really good progress with Google, so we might be able to look at that by like Friday. But like the process of making new tokens, the process of purchasing items, that's already completely done on the mobile app. So that would be a really good way for you to get started. You can take code that you know already works, you know it's been implemented in one area, and you're just taking it and implementing it for the web client. So pretty much you're just taking the buttons that we already have and hooking them up into the Gatsby, or I guess this one explicitly be Gatsby, but you're hooking it up in the web client instead of the mobile client.
Okay. And I have a quick question. So when I run the app locally and I try to go to Netlify CMS, I think it tells me that I need to log in with GitHub, but I cannot actually log in, I guess, because...
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. So
Let me turn mine off.
I think you have to enable the participant screen sharing.
Nice. See, I literally did that before this meeting. I hate Zoom. Withdraw.
I think if you just click on the arrow. Okay, yep. Not really.
Wrong.
Yeah, the wrong one. You just click on the arrow.
I'm just gonna make you the host because I don't know why this is being finicky. If
Okay.
I need to share my screen again, just make me host again.
Okay, yep.
All right, you should have the permissions now.
Okay. So is this one? Okay, so this is the local page that I run and it works fine. But when I go to the page for Netlify, which I cannot click on. Yeah.
Was that Ubuntu?
Yeah, I think it's localhost 8 admin.
Oh, no. So you're on the wrong. Go to localhost 8000/admin.
Oh, okay. So that's.
Well, actually, I don't know if it matters that much, but
Yeah.
all right, then log in with GitHub.
Yeah.
Okay, that is good to know. Cool. So let's get that fixed. And Brendan, I'll get that fixed with you too right now. Give me a sec here.
So that's something that you need to fix in the code, or is that something that you need to fix on GitHub?
GitHub, yeah, I can do that in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
I gotta log in. It's actually good to see that I kind of thought it was just open and anyone who had a GitHub could get in and change our content. I was kind of just resigned to that being the case for a little bit, but that's actually really good to see it found someone. Just grabbing the GitHubs off that form real quick. All right, user is already collaborated. Yeah, so you should have write access now. Try logging in again.
Okay, I think I can log in now. So if I change anything here, will it affect the official website or?
It will, so don't mess around with it because I was going to get in tomorrow to how you can actually do that. I can really quickly go over it if you really feel like playing with it. If you want me to share my screen real quick, I can show you how you configure it so that it pushes to a different repository or to a different branch.
Okay, yeah. Can you show it now?
Yeah, I think you gotta go and just set Jack Gilchrist's screen as a co-host, unless I can already still share. Oh yeah, I can't. Never mind. I'm good.
Yep.
Okay. So basically, there's literally one step. Well, there's two steps, I guess. First step we already did though. That is setting up my branch. So.
Okay.
Okay. All we do is we go to static admin config. Right here it says we want to push the master branch. So let's change this to my branch.
Oh,
And then
okay.
Control T, yarn start, and this is the same as running npm run start. It's just I get to save 3 seconds by not typing run if I do yarn. Are you kidding me? Oh. There we go. That's what we like to see. So we've told Netlify that whenever, and how Netlify works is it's completely based off of Git. So we're using GitHub right now, but in a production environment, we'd actually use our own Git server most likely. So we're still scaling our way up here, and I want to have time for a lot of blockchain work. So we're not going to do Git large file systems anytime soon. But yeah, that's the end kind of production environment that this all sets up. So now that's configured. And since I have it running on localhost, it needs to be here. Yeah, I'll just show you really quick how you can do it. So I don't actually know why that's not. Huh. All right, well, I'll do it anyways. New blog, my blog 2, title this blog, choose an image. All right, yeah, something about this is a little messed up because it's not choosing from the full selected one, but let's just upload one, choose selected, publish now. Branch not found. Okay, well, hold on. All right, if this doesn't work, then we're just gonna, I'll need some more time to make sure that this is set up, and we'll do it at tomorrow's meeting. Again, I wasn't exactly prepared for Netlify to be completely set up today, so.
Yep.
All right, yeah, it looks like I need to play around with it a little more, but that's how you would change it as long as it's configured correctly, but it's not. So I'm gonna figure out what I did wrong, and then at tomorrow's meeting I can, and Brendan, again, you're not, so Netlify is largely a front-end solution to a back-end problem of serving data. So as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty largely like all of the mechanics that go into making it work are back-end. No, this isn't going to be super important for you, Brendan, because you're not actually going to be working on any of the back-end parts of Netlify. You're just going to be doing the styling.
Okay.
Welcome to come to it tomorrow, but you don't need to. But Lynn, essentially what we will do tomorrow is demonstrate how you can add an item to the carousel, add an item to the event schedule or the blog, or actually edit any of these as well without changing them or without adding anything.
Yep, sounds good.
And then I'll find something that isn't the social links to demonstrate me setting up a new collection so that you have a good idea on how you can go about setting up your own collection for the social links. But yeah, it's largely pretty easy. And then from there, we're really close with Netlify. Again, I've said it like 3 or 4 times. The second Netlify is done, we add another tab here, app. It goes to app.mevc.io. that's where the fun starts. That's where we get to build the actual web client. Now that we've gotten pretty much everything done on this end. So, any other questions?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, let's just hear it.
So what is the like the timeline on like configuring the like the markdown?
As in actually getting it to render here, right? You're talking about this part. Is it not?
Yeah. So where I need to like edit how it will be displayed on the page. It says switch the carousel on the landing page from its current UI.
Yeah, so that should honestly take you no more than 5 hours to do. But
Okay.
if it does take more than 5 hours, we'll cross that bridge. Like, let me know after you spent that amount of time, or maybe like at 4 or 3 hours, you just haven't even gotten any progress whatsoever. We can talk then too. Essentially, what you're trying to do, just as an intro to working with the data you're rendering from a GraphQL query, you just want to take this and you want to implement this component right here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
And yeah, you're just rendering it with where is it? Oh, I just closed it. Yeah, with all the entries in here. So if there's one entry, it needs to show only one. If there's 20 entries, it needs to show 20. And there's a specific way to do that. I think that's with mapping, the map statement. So that one might be a little new for you. So maybe it does take a little more than 5 hours, but really you should be able to find a guide of someone doing pretty much exactly this online pretty quickly.
Okay.
And again, that's just trying to get you in the mindset of working with GraphQL for a page component. Once you've done that, you can start to build more complex stuff like this entire page that renders off of a template. So you would write something like this, which if you look at it, it's actually really pretty simple. But actually, that's probably why it looks so bad. You know, it's still super simple. You're just making your query at the bottom, and then you're taking the data you get out and just putting it in. So it's the same thing with if we go to index.js. All right, yeah, I think the event carousel is actually rendered correctly. Okay. So then I guess we go into components on carousel. Oh, it's even got it right here. So you should have actually a pretty easy time with it. It uses the map, but it shows exactly how each of these are rendered. That fluid part, like you don't need to understand everything that's being written unnecessarily. You should certainly like look up what some of these things are. Like if you want to know what child image sharp is, that has to do with the child image of a node, and then sharp is how it's actually transformed and rendered correctly, as well as fluid. That helps as well. But pretty much you just want to take it and you know, instead of just where is it? It's just right here. This entire thing is built with I guess that right there. That probably references app.css somewhere. So you're just kind of setting it up so that this renders into a different component.
Okay.
But yeah, again, any issues whatsoever, let me know. I'm happy to get on with.
Sounds good.
Lynn, any other questions you have?
No, that's all for me.
All right, cool. I am going to get right on Netlify so that I can have some of this stuff reconfigured by tonight. I had some of it working. It looks like a pretty common story, but looks like the CI rejected it and broke it. So I got some work to do on that front, but ultimately it should take about an hour or so. So we should have some good stuff to do tomorrow as well.
Yep.
Alrighty. Thanks for coming, everyone. I will put this on YouTube as soon as I can. So you should be able to check it, Brendan, but I'll just drop it in the honestly, what I'll do is I'll probably make a YouTube playlist pretty soon, just to keep track of everything that we need for, just so we can have all of that and refer to it later. So.
Okay.
So see you tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Jack.
Bye-bye.
Bye.